Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Daggerfall Unity episode 100. Now, this is a bit of a funny episode because it has been 2 years since I've released any episode in this series, and actually any video on this channel at all. So obviously, I'm going to give a little explanation for why that is, but as you can imagine, I'm actually completely reacquainting myself with this game at the moment. In preparation to record this, I reinstalled the entire game, updated it completely, added a bunch of new mods. I even have a new computer, so I had to import my save over to this new computer. So for those of you who are, watching this and maybe you didn't pay attention to the dates, yes, I am recording this 2 years after the last one. So what this episode really is going to be is reacquainting myself with what was going on and taking a look at what's new in terms of Daggerfall Unity. In the 2-year interval since I played the game last. So there might be a bit of a, continuity disconnect between the last episode and this one, if you're just jumping from one episode to another. And yeah, the reason for that is because I haven't been here in forever. So yeah, our character was named Titian, and we're just going to reload this save to where the latest save that I had on my old desktop. I'm not sure how close this was to where we were last episode, but I think it was pretty close. And I'm going to go ahead and load in, and I'll just talk a bit about where I've been, what I've been doing, and yeah, we'll jump right into Daggerfall and see what's new here. So I'm going to load. As you can see, there's all these configuration warnings, and this is because, when I was using this mod, or when I was using these mods, they're way outdated compared to what I have now in terms of updates. But I did, check beforehand, load in just to make sure everything looked okay, and it looks like, overall it looks stable. We'll see what bugs we come up against, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to go ahead and load in here. And as you can see, we have the nice loading screen mod. I remember this from when I played this game last. And yeah, here we are in a temple of some sort. And things look pretty good. I don't know if they look better than I remember. I feel like they do, but that could be sort of biased because it's been so long since I've played it. Now, one cool thing you'll notice immediately, and this is a mod I recently downloaded but wasn't around back when I was playing 2 years ago, is you can see out the window, which is kind of cool. So you can see what's going on in the world outside the window. As you can see, it kind of looks like we're floating here, and I think that's because since I've installed all these new mods that change the terrain and textures and that sort of thing, and like the structure of the world, it has to sort of reconfigure. So as you'll see when we exit the building here, we're suddenly flying in air onto this strange island. So this is the first glitch we're encountering because it's been so long since we played. So I think what we do here is we fast travel to this town that we're in, and the terrain will sort of reset. Yep, and as you can see, things are looking good and normal now, which is quite nice. Surprisingly stable, honestly, at least when I was sort of testing before recording this video, considering how long it's been since the last time I played, which is pretty cool. So we can grab our horse here and start going around. So yes, as I said, it's been 2 years since I recorded. I guess I should address that. Before we do that, though, I just want to establish what we're going to do here as I talk a little bit about where I've been. So first of all, I want to go to a general store. So let's find a general store. Okay, good. So look on the map here. Let's see. What is the button for the map? Here it is. Looks like we've been here before because you can see the names associated with these temples. We're going to go down to the Emperor's Supply Store to the southeast. So we'll look southeast and get our horse out and start heading over. So the reason we're going to a general store is because when I was doing a bit of testing before this episode, I noticed the dungeons were pretty dark. And so I want a torch to make sure that, when the recording gets uploaded to YouTube, that things look okay. So, let's take a look here. Supply store is right over this direction. And we're right here. So I'll get on foot. And let's go into the store. And let's see if he has a torch. Hopefully he will. He does not, okay. It's unfortunate, but we can check another general store. And in the worst of cases, we can spawn in a torch using the console, just because I don't want the viewing experience to be bad, and of course the cost of a torch is pretty negligible. But what I figured I would do while I update you on where I've been and such is to find a road, because when I was sort of updating all the mods for Daggerfall, I noticed that a mod that exists now is Roads of Daggerfall. So these big roads that connect cities together, and we can go along that road while I talk. And I also noticed there's this new mod that came out that didn't exist back when I was playing called, I think it's called the World of Daggerfall. And basically it puts a bunch of sort of, possible bandit camps and other, sort of things to see in between towns. So I thought it would be interesting if we could actually find one of these camps in between towns. So I figured if we found a road and started heading out on the road, maybe we would run into it while I talk. So let's go ahead and do that. So we will get on the road here and we'll just start sprinting ahead. And look, I already see something in the distance there, like something almost sticking out of the world. Let's see if I move over here. You see that sort of that rock over there? I can't tell if that's just a rock or if that could be something interesting. And there's also that right there, that huge rock structure, which I don't know what that is. So let's honestly start heading there, and I'll update you all. So yes, it's been 2 years. I haven't uploaded anything on the channel. I just sort of abruptly ended things and never updated anyone, and I do apologize for that. And essentially, there's no actual really strong reason for it. Life just sort of happens. I was in college during the COVID sort of semester when I was recording all these episodes initially, and so I had lots of free time. And then eventually we went back in person, and I was busy, writing a senior thesis and graduating, and I just sort of forgot about things. And I sort of built it up in my head, like, oh, when you come back to upload anything, it has to be this big thing because you've been gone forever, and I'd have to go through all these steps, like downloading the game and making sure it was set up. And I sort of just created this huge thing about it in my head, and that caused me to not want to do it. And eventually I figured, you know what, you just have to get on, install the basic things you need, and start recording. And so I figured I would just do that and see how things went. Also, this structure did not turn out to be something very interesting. I mean, I'm actually not sure what it's meant to be. I mean, it adds some variation, but I think there's like bandit camps, so you can literally run into like NPCs and enemies. Maybe that's related to what this is. This just looks like it might be a massive rock. Not sure if there's something interesting there. So actually, let's turn around and head back on the road, because I figure maybe along the road we'll find something. I also didn't read too in detail about where these things would be, because we're currently in a region that's sort of uncommon, so I wonder if the mod author, like if it's randomly distributed or if they put it in specific places. In fact, maybe we should just travel to Daggerfall. Like, let's travel just to a town in Daggerfall, because I figured that that'll be the province they're most likely to have added content into. So let's just do it in Daggerfall. We'll walk along a road in Daggerfall. If we can find one, we'll go around the perimeter here. And also, let's see, what time is it? It's 5:46. I don't know if that's at night. All right, illegal to camp near a city. I just want to loiter, until it's a little bit more bright outside. 9:47. Again, it'd be helpful if I knew if that was PM or not. There's a guard. Gotta be careful to sprint on the horse, because one thing I do remember is that there's a mod we have that makes it so if you run over people while sprinting, they die. But here's the road, so let's head on this road. Alright, let's start heading and see if we can find anything interesting on the way. In the dense rain, adventuring out for the first time in a while. You'll also notice there's lots of 3D trees. There was a mod called Trees of Daggerfall that created 3D trees before, but it looks like the new version of it, if it's by the same author, they've added way more, because before it was only in one region, I think during one season. And now there's 3D trees everywhere, which is quite nice. So yeah, as we start sprinting on this horse, like I said, I was in college, very busy, graduated, and then I got a job, and I'm on a career path. I'm actually working in a neuroscience lab. That's what I studied in college, was sort of cognitive psychology and neuroscience, and now I work as a researcher in a neuroscience lab. And that's sort of what I'm up to nowadays, and got swept aside by that sort of thing. I'm in sort of a long-term relationship, and that obviously takes a lot of my time, and for that reason, and just working on other projects, I totally neglected the channel, which is sad, because I always did want to come back to it. And I have a habit of sometimes starting big projects and then sort of leaving them. Some people who are inclined towards doing this sort of thing but don't have a good attention span. We'll start doing something and then we'll stop and move on to something else. But this was the one series that I really managed to put in a ton of time and effort into and really got interested in. So yeah, I'm glad I'm back. But enough about that. There's no real, ultimately good excuse, but I just thought I would give a kind of explanation for where I've been. And I'm happy to be back. I don't know, how regular it's going to be in terms of recording new episodes here, but I figured I had to make it to at least episode 100 and showcase some of the places Unity has gone in the meantime. So I have no idea how likely we are to come across a sort of bandit camp or anything like that in the wilderness here. But I figured we'll go for a couple minutes. If we can't find anything, then I will do a bit of research, and maybe for the next episode, I will find one. If we can't find one immediately here. But it's great to see that people have been keeping things up, for years now, and I hope that there are still people playing, because actually what got me inspired to go back and start playing this is I was sort of looking into Skyrim mods, and as people know, Skyrim has like an enormous modding community, and there's now an installer you can use to literally install like thousands of mods at once, Modlist that people have curated. I thought I saw something over here, but I might have not. But I just want to quickly look. All these trees everywhere make it hard to spot if there's something out there. What's this over here? I certainly see a lot more variation in the environments. Like, there's this big rock over here. I don't know what that is, but there's a big rock over there, too. This is not something you would have seen. The sort of texture is not something you would have seen in classic Daggerfall, or even the version of Daggerfall Unity I had before. So that's nice. I'm not sure which mod is adding this in, but yeah, that's a nice variation to the wilderness here. Let's see. So I'm just going to check around this structure, see what there is. Got this sort of large rock with a flat top on it. But I don't see anything around, so we'll keep looking for a bandit camp, see if we can't find it. If we can't find it relatively soon, then we will go and just do like a normal quest. But yes, I was exploring mod packs for Skyrim, and working on trying to download some and check it out, and I realized how much I missed Daggerfall. And that up ahead, that looks interesting. That does seem to be a camp of some kind. I see the fire glowing. I'm actually really excited about this mod because if it does work out, that was like the main thing missing from Daggerfall, is you had very little incentive to just go in between the areas in Daggerfall. To me, everything else about Daggerfall is perfect. The level of, what is it, pacified rogue thief using Streetwise? I don't even know. I'll check my skill layout here. Let's see. Skills. Let's see. What was my Streetwise skill? Do I even have good Streetwise? I think Titian, if I recall, our character here, is sort of a noble type, so I wouldn't have thought he'd have good Streetwise. But checking here, it looks like we have 36 Streetwise. Also, notice these bars here. This actually tells you how far you are before you level up. This is another new mod. So it gives you, for minor skills, a sense of your progression. You can see my running is absolutely maxed out. My Streetwise is at 36, and jumping's 57. Another really cool new feature that modders have added in. No, oh, holy crap, what in the world? My entire screen just shook. Apparently I didn't pacify all of them. Okay, here we go. It's been a while. Oh my god, alright, I'm gonna save the game. It's been a while since I've done combat, so I might get, destroyed here. We'll see what happens. Okay. There's sort of like screen camera effects when you get hit. I don't know if you all can notice that, but sort of a nice addition to combat there. So I thought I pacified them, but they look pretty angry. It looks like, okay, these two right here must be the two I pacified. This guy's kind of stuck. He doesn't like me. You can tell with the health bars above them. The red health bar means, of course, that they don't like me, and I take it that this yellow health bar on these two means that they're okay with me. Also, wait, I'm gonna let this guy hit me on purpose. Go ahead. Okay, I was in the bottom left. I was checking which is my fatigue bar and which is my health bar. The green is health. It's been so long that I don't remember. And in Daggerfall, the default settings are like reversed from what you'd expect. So I didn't even remember which color was the bar associated with my health versus fatigue. Again, bear with me as I sort of relearn the basics of this game and where we were. But to reacquaint everyone with the sort of character I'm playing, he's meant to be a sort of noble who spent his time studying with sort of academic types and conversing amongst like noble people, but he sort of got bored of that life and decided to adventure off and try and make his own way. And so he sort of left that life, and that's the story this character has. Like you got a thief here, a rogue, another rogue. I don't know if there's an interior here. Let's see. What is this? There's a door. I don't think I can't go in it, it seems. Just checking around. I assume this isn't, if I go on the map here, yeah, there's nothing here. So this definitely isn't a place that existed before modding. So super cool. This is awesome. This will give me reasons to, like, if we have to go somewhere nearby, actually take a horse there rather than just fast traveling. In that sense, Daggerfall really is the ultimate sandbox game. Like such an incredible amount of potential of content you can add. It's amazing to see what the modding community has done to improve games like Skyrim. But to me, you know, in terms of games that are ripe with possible ways to add content, you can't beat Daggerfall at all. And yeah, that's why I still maintain that Daggerfall, at least, I won't say is the best Elder Scrolls game, but certainly my favorite of the bunch. To me, it's the truest RPG, like fantasy life simulator you can get. Games like Skyrim took out a lot of the complex elements associated with role-playing a specific character, complex interactions between factions, that sort of thing. So Daggerfall, for all its flaws, is what keeps me coming back to it. Even when I play games like Skyrim or Oblivion, which are wonderful games in their own right, I always find myself coming back to this. So I'm super glad to see people are still working on it. And from what I've seen, Daggerfall Unity is now almost in its full release. I think it's close to 1.0. I remember when I was playing last, I think it had finally gone beta. That was like the latest development. Now again, I'm not sure if these bandit camps are randomized. I assume they probably are. I doubt that the locations were just picked. Also, notice I'm stuttering a little bit. I'm getting a few frame drops. I have a very good PC, so I imagine frame drops and that sort of thing are from just a lack of optimization. You can see pretty far. One thing that's a bit weird is you can see that in the distance, the terrain is not like filled in, like there's no trees or something on the terrain. And I wonder if that's sort of something I need to fix in terms of load orders. We're definitely gonna have to configure this game as we go on and get things working right again. But for now, I think things are somewhat stable. I'm gonna save the game again. So I'm thinking, now that we sort of found a bandit camp and showed off what that new mod, that World of Daggerfall mod does, maybe we should go find a quest to do, and maybe check on what our current quests are, again to reacquaint ourselves with the story that we were creating in this game. So I'm going to check my map here, and let's see how far we are from any area. Looks like we're not too far from the city Merchester or Mercester, so let's start heading in that direction. I imagine this road might take us there, so maybe we'll just finish going on this road just for fun, sprinting along, and see if we can get to another town from this road. And then once we're at the new town, I'll check my quest log, we'll see what we were doing, and if any quests are salvageable, and we might find a new quest as well to do, so that should be fun. This is sort of I'm going to say this road is sort of bizarre. It's like, we're on basically a hill, and the road is like, it's on this very big slanted hill. This would be a very precarious road to actually have to trot along here if you were really in this area. And what a great view. I don't like the sort of distant terrain that we have going. Oh, you dropped down completely exhausted. You awaken 1 hour later. Oh. I imagine that's because our fatigue is low. Our energy is very low. So we need to rest. So let's actually just rest here until fully healed. I forgot about the whole fatigue mechanic in this game. There are enemies nearby. Okay. So what is that? You can actually see, I don't know if you all can see, it's very dark. Oh, hi there, buddy. Uh, there was an airship. There's an airship mod in this game you can use to buy airships and fly around, and I could see one flying up there in the sky. It's very lame to be in this this dark state. I'm sure it's not great for the recording, so we're gonna go ahead and just loiter again until we can get to the daytime, because I don't want you all to have to see. I don't want you all to be stuck in the night here. So I think 8 hours should get us to the morning. Yeah, we got enemies to deal with. But look at that airship up in the night sky, just flying along. Hey, buddy. We pacified him though. Look, there's another airship. I don't know if it went through the ground or if there was a hill there. And you can actually definitely tell there's something wrong with distant terrain here, because like if you see that, you know, the nice forest, and it gets cut off. So I'll try and fix that before the next recording. For now, let's get on our horse and keep going. I don't know if before, with the airships mod, you would just randomly see airships floating around. Either way, it's quite cool. Quite a nice feature. So let's just continue on the road. I don't know how far it's going to be to get to the next place. I remember back in the day, there was a mod you could get that basically was sort of a more a realistic travel system, where instead of fast traveling, it would sort of take your character and automatically move them towards a town. You know, so instead of appearing in the town, you would actually move along the road just at a very accelerated pace, so you'd get there soon, which is sort of a nice roleplay feature if you wanted that sort of thing. I chose not to use it because it, you know, obviously would take up a lot of empty time. As you can see, what we're doing here is taking up a lot of empty time. But I think there's now a new version of that synergizes with the roads mod that we're using. So it will move you along the roads from place to place, which is super cool. And ow, I jump so high that I actually take damage when I fall. That's how good my jumping skill is, at least when I'm on this horse. See how far we are now. We're quite close, I think. I think it's going to take us to this next town, so we will just continue on our course. And I don't even remember where we were in the main quest. My main goal when I started the series was I wanted to at least finish the main quest in the series, which I didn't do. I think we got pretty far, but we didn't finish it. And the reason for that is I never actually finished the main quest in Daggerfall, despite loving the game and spending a lot of time on it. I mean, you can get so consumed in everything going on that it takes a while to get through the main quest, especially because the dungeons for the main quest were not randomly generated like the dungeons in the rest of the game. They were actually, you know, handmade, and they often were very convoluted. I remember we had episodes earlier in the series that, you know, I remember being hours and hours before we could find the item, and sometimes we'd have to look it up to figure out where it was, or find the NPC you're trying to find in the main quest. So, yeah, for that reason I never finished it when I was younger, before Daggerfall Unity came out. I mean, imagine without the help of the sort of the utility fixes that Daggerfall Unity gave you, trying to find your way through the main quest was extremely difficult. And I think we're approaching the town. Yep, we've made it. Look at that, on the roads, all the way to the next town. What a cool feature that is. Feels like you actually traveled there rather than just appearing out of nowhere. I have to say it does enhance the realistic feeling of things. So here we are in this town. We still need to find a torch, but what I want to do is check our quest log. And in checking our quest log, you'll actually see another mod. So before, you know, the quest log is very convoluted. You have like a date entry and then saying what you learned on that date. Now things are way easier. So you can actually just click on, you know, particular quests, see what's going on with them, and then click out. So if we go here, how do I actually get back to the other screen? Because now I'm stuck on one quest. Let's see, log. Huh. Now I'm like stuck on the main quest. I don't know how to get back to the other view of things. Before it was nice, you could like select any menu you want. Well, interesting. Now we're stuck on this main quest view. Unless it's dialogue notes. What is this? Switch between quests, finish quests. Main quest, finish quest, notebook, messages. Okay, but how do I get to the other quests? That's what I want to know. Maybe if I go out of here and hit journal. Let's see what our button is for opening our journal here. So, steal mode, grab mode. Logbook? Maybe logbook or notebook? Logbook, notebook. Nope, that just brings us back here. Okay. Well, that's not great. I think then, since I wanted to see what quests we had active and figure out what was going on with them, but I actually don't know how to configure this mod. So what I actually might do is pause and see if I can read the mod page, because I would like to know what quests we have going on, and then I will resume the recording. So I'm going to try that right now. Alright folks, so I did figure it out. So turns out that when you're in this notebook, if you're using this mod, and you click on one to see it, you right click and that moves you back to active quests. Yeah, wouldn't have known that without looking it up, but it looks like this this quest here is kind of doomed because it would take 30 days to travel there, and yet we only have 22 days left, so let's see what this is. I met secretly with Carolivra, Morton, and Aldingland, who gave me a falsified letter. I am to sneak into the dead dungeon in the Copperheart Court and replace the true letter. I have 22 days to complete this quest. If I am caught, I am on my own. I think this is just sort of like one of those randomly generated quests, so it's not the end of the world that we're going to fail this. We have this Coven quest left with the Cartographers Guild, which is a guild that was actually added in by a mod. So I thought we would join that new guild because I thought that was quite cool. So that's something we could do. The Coven of Dust in Antiphylos. We could go do that. Of course, Lysandus' Revenge is a part of the main quest line, and then we got the main quest here in general, logs for it. So I'm not sure where we were. I might have to reacquaint myself before we start doing main quests again. But what we can do is go ahead and do some other kind of quests. So I think maybe we'll try this Coven of Dust quest. And then I think we also might try and do a quest for the guilds that we're in. So if we check, let's see, if we go to our inventory, I believe we're in like a Knight's Order. Let's see. Affiliations. Yeah, we're in the Knights of the Dragon. We're in the Temple of Akatosh. That could be cool. I don't remember doing a lot of Akatosh quests. We're in the Fighters Guild. And apparently we're in the Mages Guild too. I don't even remember joining the Mages Guild, but we have quite good reputation with them as well. So maybe we'll do an Akatosh quest. That sounds fun. And we'll also do this quest for finding the Coven with the Cartographers Guild. So we go to our local map here. We're gonna have to find a Temple of Akatosh. Interesting, we've actually been here before. You can tell because there are names on the map, and names only get filled in once you actually go somewhere. So we're going to want to find a Temple of Akatosh, and also we could also find a Knight's Order. That would also work, and a Cartographers Guild. I think it's actually called, I'm not sure if it's called Cartographers or Archaeologists, but that's what we're going to want to find. And I imagine that no one's out right now, and we need people out to ask them questions. So let's loiter for a couple hours till people come out. Yep. And now we should find some NPCs wandering around, and we can ask them questions about where to go. Yep, you can tell that's a guild building right there, but I'm not sure what guild building it is. So could you tell me? Let's see, what's a local temple? Temple of Kinnereth, we don't want that. What guilds do we have? Knights of a Dragon, I believe that's what we're in. So we could go, maybe we'll just grab a Knights of a Dragon quest because it's right here. South of here, okay. South of here, let's see. So it's probably this building right here. So if we head straight south, I imagine this is Knights of a Dragon. Just to be sure, that is who we're affiliated with, right? Yep, okay. What a coincidence. I guess we have to do a Knights of a Dragon quest now just because we happen to find one in this town. So we'll hop in here. Locked. Okay. When do you all open? It's I assume maybe 9, probably. That's why we're not able to get in. Also, I love how in the eyes of a lot of Daggerfall, we're esteemed. They love us here. We commit crimes. Okay, really? They don't open at 9? What's going on here? What work hours do these guys have? Can I help you? This guy does not seem happy with us. Look at him. Alright, calm down. Let's see. So let's wait a little bit here. What's the wait button? Again, patience with me as I relearn how to play this game. And also, if there's any problems in audio recording, again, I just set this up. Haven't recorded something in ages, so hopefully nothing too bad happens. But I apologize if there's any background noise or anything. I'm still trying to figure out how to get set up here. Now, let's get a quest. Alright, we have a lot of possible quests to do, a lot. Hooves and spears, why not? Let's check that one out. A pair of centaurs has been raiding a remote home in the wilderness of Daggerfall. By our honor, we must defend the defenseless who live there. Will you take up our banner for this cause? Yes. I'll mark the old Wixley place on your map. Go there, and with any luck, you'll find the centaurs somewhere near the property. Slay them and return here. Without word of your victory in 6 days, I'll send quicker knights to take your place. That's quite an easy one. So we'll do that one in the Coven quest. We might even have time for a quest involving a dungeon. I do want to go into a dungeon and just see what that looks like. I think it was Old Wixley Place. Yep. Let's go ahead and travel there. You arrive at Old Wixley Place and find that the centaurs are camped out on the property, waiting for hapless prey to appear. It seems they'll settle for you instead. What an ominous message. And it's really hard to see. Hello. That was, I think this quest might be intended for someone of a lower level. That was incredibly easy to do. I have to say, not a hard quest. I think we're going to have to get a different quest that was slightly disappointing. So let's travel back now to the town we were in. And we'll report that we succeeded. Although it's the middle of the night again, so we're gonna have to loiter. Okay, 11:46, that should be good enough. Let's get down to the Knights of the Dragon here. I do remember, we made it quite far in this game, so our character is quite very powerful, so easy quests are not too good for us. And in case anyone who, hasn't played Daggerfall modded, with Unity before is wondering why I can choose quests, that's another sort of, I think it's just a feature that is built into Unity. It's not even a mod, it's something that you can turn on or off. But, before, wow, that's fascinating. I can hear the rain outside, like, tapping on the interior. That's super cool. I don't think that was in the game before. Very nice. Okay, we're going to save the game here. And let's see if we can't get a bit of a challenging quest. See if we can't get a more challenging quest here. Let's see what there could be. Trapped halls? What's this? Witches are beings of awesome power who should never be trifled with. We agree that on that matter, don't we, Titian? Daggerfall needs our order's aid to free a miserable hole from a witch's curse, one that will trap within any who enter. Will you be our needed hero? Okay, that sounds like a dungeon quest. Let's do it. Go to the Cabal of Elioria as marked on your map. I will warn you that once inside, you will not be permitted to leave. Okay, that sounds quite the ordeal. I expect a great deal of confused adventurers inside who cannot find their way out. Defend yourself as necessary, but remember that your only freedom will be slaying the witch. Please get to the hole within 18 days, lest the curse capture more witless souls. Okay. That sounds quite cool. So I think first we'll do that quest for the Cartographers Guild, because we have sort of only a certain amount of time to do it. So if we go to our quest log, I don't want to enter a note, I want to see my quests, please. This quest right here. Oh, wait a minute. I just noticed we don't have enough time to do this. I don't know if I misread it before, but this would take 65 days of travel. There's only 35 days left. So, yeah, that's not going to work. I also noticed, if I go back here, I go to affiliations, Cartographers Guild does not appear here. So I wonder if there's some sort of glitch with it. I don't know when we reloaded the save, but let's see if we can't find information about where a Cartographers Guild would be. Tell me about... Is the Cartographers Guild even something that gets listed here? Regional. Yeah, so we want to go regional, any pawn shop. No, we don't care about any of that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I did install it, so it should be in the game, but I don't know where it is. That might be something to figure out for next time. Also, we'll check the town of Daggerfall, because Daggerfall, almost certainly will have everything, including a Cartographers Guild if that worked properly. So let's just head to Daggerfall first. And while we're at it, look at that moon, that beautiful moon right on the edge of Daggerfall. Very cool. And a nice airship flying above. The other thing we need to do, absolutely need to do, is find a general shop, because we need to repair some items. So, if we could find a general store, maybe up here, Mordrick's Quality Supply Store, we can get our enchanted items replenished, because I do recall we had a bunch of nice enchanted items, and you want to keep them repaired, because they can easily expire and get worn out. So yeah, we'll go into this general store here, and let's just get all our items repaired. I'll save the game before I do this. And let's see if you can't repair our magic items here. Repair these, please. Okay, great. Okay. And if we go to our inventory, take a look at these items. Oh yeah, I remember we had different gems enchanted for different purposes. So this gives us extra spell points. Oh, we don't even have them equipped, so I guess we took them off. So this is nice. I guess we should put that on. And then what does this do? Fortitude. This is okay. So this is something we wear when we want to like buy things. I forgot about that. That's important to keep in mind. This is, I guess, sort of a defensive item, and this is something that Jack of Trades and Orc Strength. I don't know why those two things are combined together, but we'll wear this, I suppose. We'll wear the ring as well, and then. Oh. Why is it that do we have different kinds of weapons on? Oh, I see. So we have an enchanted version of Sty Katana that also strikes with paralysis. We have a normal version of it. I guess if we're fighting someone difficult, we can use this enchanted version of it. What else do we have? Talisman of Venom Antidote. So this cures poison. That's useful to have. I feel like when we played this game before, we'd gotten some sort of Daedric artifacts by doing Daedric quests. I don't know what happened to those. If they just disappeared because of, you know, reloading to a new save, but you can always get those back by doing Daedric quests. In the meantime, let me also sell. Let me sell all this junk that we picked up that we don't care about. Sell all of that, and also, I don't think we care about this clothing, but I'll keep it just in case. Okay, sell that junk. And you know what? I'll take off my enchanted items for now because they're doing nothing for us at the moment. I'll put them on when we go to the dungeon here. And what else were we going to do in the town? Oh yeah, we were going to see if we can't find a Cartographers Guild, if that exists. So let's see if we can find someone to ask about that. Also, auspiciously, I think our house is in this town somewhere. Yeah, that's our house right there. Okay, guilds. Okay, Archaeologist Guild. Here we go. Perfect. So marked on our map. That's perfect. So we can do two things. We'll check our house and check out the Archaeologist Guilds. Now, one thing I'm worried about is there's this mod called the Decorator mod that lets you put things in your house, like paintings and things. And I remember I spent a whole day, or a whole episode, I should say, literally just decorating the house. And I think because of terrain changes, none of those things will have saved, sadly. Yeah, I think that this is just default how things are. I remember I spent like forever putting paintings up and things in this house, and I think unfortunately we lost those because of, you know, mod changes and that sort of thing. Unless it's in here that I did that. Yeah, no, unfortunately this looks like things have disappeared. That's okay though, because we can always spend an episode doing that again. So next up, let's look for the Archaeologist Guild here. And let's see if we're still able to go in. Where is it? It's up here, all the way to the north. Okay, let's head there. Save the game quickly. I'm in the habit of just constantly saving games. Okay, so we'll head up to the Archaeologist Guild and see if we need to rejoin it or what the deal is with the quest there, because I do not see us being affiliated with them at the moment. Hopefully nothing is like too broken, but so far things have been surprisingly smooth considering that, you know, I've all of a sudden added in all these new mods and updated my game and transferred my save file, so I can't complain too much. about the results we're seeing here. Almost to the Archaeologist Guild. Is this it? I guess this is probably the symbol, right? Yep. Alright, let's see what's going on in here. Hello. Join guild. Okay, so I think... yeah, we have to rejoin. That's fine. New members receive a free road call mark with 30 charges to assist you with transport without dabbling in magic arts. Once you rise in our ranks to field officer level, then you'll be able to get your recall mark repaired and recharged. Okay, let's join. Excellent. Welcome to the Archaeologist. We'll get you started to field work as soon as possible. You'll begin your Archaeologist career with the title of Field Assistant. However, with hard work and dedication, you may be recognized for promotion soon enough. Please do make use of our training facilities to study languages or improve your fieldwork skills. Here's a book containing guild hall ranks and locations of all guild halls. Here's a mark of recall and a free locator device to try out the next time you find yourself lost in a labyrinth, unable to find whatever it is you're seeking. Locators look like Ankh symbols and will activate once you've explored enough. Locators are provided free for guild quests involving dungeon delving, and you can also purchase them from us for a price, with discounts given for any relics you can find for the guild. Okay, so now the question is, how do we get a quest? Or is this something that's automatically given to us? Get quest, okay. So I'll save the game again, and let's get a quest. Okay. Let me see what tasks we have available. Borrowing notes, finding the lost, tattered courier, busy work, evidence lost on the shoulders of giants, book roundup, finding the lost, what's that? The archaeologists encourage an adventuring spirit, in proper moderation, of course. Nevertheless, occasionally we have a new recruit who, now trained to explore the great wild world, forget such basic skills as remembering how to find the exit in a dark cave. Would you be willing to look for Agror Greenston, who has entirely disappeared from within the Citadel of Hawkley? Oh god, another dungeon quest. Okay, you know what, we'll do both. Thank you, Tish, and truly. I'll admit we don't have a great reward to be meted out for this action, but I'll see what I can do while you're out. Please bring him here in no more than 12 days. Otherwise, I'll have to inform the surviving family, and our shame will be indelible. Oh god, okay. Best of luck. And while you're coming out of the Citadel of Hawkley, would you be able to teach Agror Greenston a thing or two about exploration and survival? It will likely save us some trouble down the road. Okay, quite funny. Alright, so now if we check our affiliations. We are a member of the Archaeologist Guild, very nice. Okay. So, we have 2 quests to do now. They should both be in our journal. Let's see if they are. In our journal. So... maybe the cartographers are different from the archaeologists, because the cartographers... yeah, this says cartographers, and this other quest says archaeologists. So these could be 2 completely different guilds. I forget what the cartographers are, to be honest with you. Irrespective, let us do... so we have 2 dungeon quests. Maybe we'll do the Finding the Lost quest first. That sounds like it'd probably be easier than the Trapped Halls quest. And also we have less days to do it. So we'll go to the Citadel of Hawkley. Now before we do that, I should probably reacquaint myself with spellcasting here. Recast spell is Q. Cast spell is backspace, because I want to remember how to use... okay, yeah, so these are all our spells. I assume we have Mark and Recall. We have Recall here. Good, so I remember we need to Recall at dungeon entrances, and Mark. Recall, I think, serves as both Mark and Recall. We basically want to mark the entrance and then be able to teleport back so we can get out of dungeons. So that's something important to remember. We have light spells, I guess that's useful. What else do we have? Mage Light Inferno. I think Heal is the other big one that we use here. Weak Heal. Yeah, I think we just spam this Weak Heal spell. Or maybe we use normal Heal, I don't know. I think Weak Heal, we use this Weak Heal spell to heal up our level up our Restoration spell ability. But let's try using this. And then Q to reuse it. Okay, great. So, okay, let's find this Citadel. I think we can actually teleport there right from this quest description. Oh, I don't want to delete the entry. I want to go to the Citadel of Hawkley. Yeah. Here we are. You notice a rank odor and you stumble over a fallen headstone. Hail, friend, welcome to the Citadel of Hawkley. Currently, this keep us under control of Daggerfall. You're welcome to pass through. Oh, weird. So this is like not a dungeon, it's sort of within the province of the governor or the emperor. Like they're under control of it. Okay, so it is extremely dark in here. I'm going to start by saving the game as 980. And then we're going to do good habits here. We're going to cast Recall. We're going to anchor ourselves here. And then we're also going to cast Light, so you all can hopefully see things. Yeah, that's great. That's so much nicer. And then we'll resave the game. That's 981. It's been 2 years, but I'm proud of myself for the fact that I'm at least remembering a little bit about how this game works. Hello, sir. Oh god, ow. Okay. Take your things, and then also I guess I should probably get heal up, so that I can heal myself in case things go wrong. Oh, I douse and light the lantern. I guess I have a lantern as well. I wanted to rest to get my stamina back, but... Oh god, what is that? Get rid of that ghost. Ooh, an enchanted axe here? That's kind of cool. Holy axe. I hear something. Like as if there's fighting around the corner. You should meditate on what you learned about backstabbing. I assume that means that, yeah, this looks like this is like the starting entrance when you get into the game first, you know, for the first time ever in Daggerfall. It's exactly what this entrance looks like here. Apparently my etiquette is going up. I guess etiquette's related to subduing ghosts. You wouldn't have thought that, but oh, I thought that shadow was an enemy. It's a huge shadow. I think the shadow effects are new. That looks quite fancy. I don't remember that at all. Okay. I don't know. This is a confusing dungeon layout. I mean, dungeons in Daggerfall are, of course, very confusing. Very hard to figure out where you're going. Lots of ghosts in this Citadel. Oh, and I guess we should also put on our rings now that we're in this dungeon to help us survive. Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick actually, because these will help us a bit. Ring of Fortitude, we'll put that on. These spell points, that's great. And then spell reflection, that sounds pretty good. And we got these two guys. I do kind of remember that we were a spell sword. My memory was originally that I was just sort of a fighter, but you see a pathetic excuse for a lock. Let's just break down the door. Lockpicking was completely useless in Daggerfall because you could just break down the doors. Oh god. It's quite jarring when your camera starts shaking. I really need to rest here. Get my my fatigue back up here. And then we will cast the Light the Way spell. Save the game, just to be safe. And alright, let's start going. And we'll get heal ready in case we need it. We should also take a look at the map here. Oh boy, I remember dungeon crawling in this game. It is quite a nightmare. Things are very confusing. Let's see if we can't... Wait a minute. We're back at the entrance? Okay, we never went this way, apparently. I don't remember like what the strategy is for most efficiently finding your way around dungeons. Also, you know, if this dungeon is in the province of Daggerfall, then why is it replete with monsters? I wouldn't think that... You know, I would have thought someone would have cleaned that up. Alright, This door does not want to open. Let's try casting the open spell here. Spell effect failed. Really? I'm having some serious problems with this door. Try again, open. Ready to open, there we go. It's better. Okay, this looks like this leads somewhere we've already been. No, it doesn't. We haven't been up here. Let's go. Pacified vampire using etiquette's skill. Love to see that. There's a vampire back here? Other thing to remember about Daggerfall dungeons, there are all sorts of hidden doors that sometimes, you know, the objective you're looking for is actually behind a hidden door. Got a vampire stuck in its cage here. I do think I can notice a upgrade in the lighting and graphics since I've last played this. I feel like the texture pack, the Dream texture pack I'm using, I know it was updated to a new version, and it looks... Ow. We got a huge hall here. It's full of ghosts. Oh my god. How am I supposed to hit these guys? You should rest on what you've learned. Oh. I feel like they don't even touch me. I just have... I don't know if I'm just... My stats are too good for them, but... hello. This is a vampire, I assume. Okay, we've already been here. We killed the vampire right there. But this door. We've been in here. Nothing in here of interest. So let's go back to that huge hallway. I assume we can probably find some paths going off there. So one of the things about quests in this game, I see a vampire over there. Yep, vampire up there. So we might want to check that out. Let's see if we've... Oh. We haven't been up there. What's going on? Okay, I'm going to climb up here. I think we have a spell that lets us... Oh, I can't climb while holding my weapon. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yo, come over here. I like how there's just loot floating in midair from not the dragons, the ghosts I've killed. And looks like there's another area to explore here. Got a zombie at the end of the hallway. I've also installed a mod that I think adds a bunch of, I'm not sure if it's new enemies or just more enemy variety or enemy quantity, but something to make the game a little bit more challenging. Seeing as, from what I recall, we were quite powerful. And, you know, of course, we're abusing a chance of weapons, which helps us a lot as well. But, you know, if difficulty becomes a problem where things are just too easy, I will definitely take steps to make things harder. Oh god, I'm definitely lost and I'm not doing this methodically. So I just want to take a look here. We have not gone this way, it looks like, to up here. We haven't gone around this corner. So let's look down here. Okay, got the sort of cage area. And, oh, I noticed I don't have light the way on. Apologies, I imagine things might have been a little bit dark. What is this? I hate when dungeons have this sort of thing. I see lots of spell effects going off everywhere, so that's a bit confusing. We haven't been this way either. Have we been... Yep, we have not been through here, it looks like. By the way, this guild that we are working with, they are the Archaeologist Guild, and the idea there was to utilize the highly underutilized language skills in Daggerfall. There are language skills, but in the original version of the game, they were kind of useless, mainly because I think they were only pretty much used to try and pacify monsters of that type, and even then it was kind of buggy how it worked. So the Archaeologist Guild was a guild to sort of make use of them by having a guild centered around them. I'm not sure it really fixed how they worked, you know, made them more useful, but I think it did add in all sorts of interesting features, you know, such that leveling up your language skills actually has use for getting your access to interesting things that the guild offers. So that's the idea of the guild, the Archaeologist Guild that we're working with here. Okay, it looks like we've been down both ways now, so let's go back up here and find a place we have not gone yet. Here, we haven't gone up to the left right here, so let's look around this corner. Yep, this looks like it's new up here. Another massive area to explore. Check down here. It's another cool thing about dungeons in Daggerfall. Unlike in other Elder Scrolls games where things are linear, there's something about Daggerfall that just evokes, you know, terror when you go into dungeons, because looks like you can get through here. I don't actually know how to open hatches exactly. Not sure if there's like a... Do I press the torch or something? I don't remember how to open these things. So we'll just hope it's not the guy we're looking for is not there. Let's keep looking around in this dungeon. I think we've not gone up and to the right, so we'll go this direction. Before I go down there, let's check what's on this side. 2 doors that are open. Have I gone through here already? Let's see. So if we look around, it looks like we've not gone down there. So I think we'll try going down there next. Going down this hole right here. Let's see, where are we now? We're in a place we have already been. But if we go down, up here to the right, and down, I don't think we've been down yet. We didn't end up finishing this hallway down here. So let's go that way. Again, I know I'm not being perfectly methodical, but we are doing our best. Oh, we didn't go down this hallway either, at all. I don't know what this door does. I'm gonna save before I click it. Sometimes dungeons have this teleportation feature where, you know, you click on a door and it brings you somewhere else. Those are the worst. Those are the absolute most confusing kinds of dungeons in this game. Looks like this might meet the other area we were walking. Where are we now? Somewhere completely new still. Love it. Jump over that hole. Bit of a coffin there. And where are we? It looks like going down that hole would bring us somewhere new, so maybe we'll try that. Whoever this person is, I can tell why they were lost. Can't say I feel like they were doing something too irresponsible, because this place is enormous. Now, one cool feature about Daggerfall Unity related to dungeons is this thing called, the sacrificed donkey or something. This thing called smaller dungeons. So because the default size of Daggerfall dungeons is, well, it can range. There's a huge range it can take on, from, you know, totally reasonable sizes to enormous sizes that are just like crazy. And I think I was playing with these smaller dungeons thing turned on, because, or else you will just spend forever doing these dungeons, literally forever. And sometimes it is actually impossible to find the objective you're looking for. Not only because it's, you know, sometimes it's so convoluted that it'd just be really hard, not impossible, but other times, literally they're in a place that can be inaccessible. That's happened to me a few times. So one thing we might do, depending on, you know, how we go with the bigger dungeons in this episode, is turn on the smaller dungeon setting. And the thing about the smaller dungeon setting is that you still get variety, because even though the randomly generated dungeons will always be, you know, smaller, the main quest dungeons are not randomly generated, they're set, and those will still be enormous. So we'll still get sort of the experience of going through huge dungeons that are really hard to trek through in order to find what we're looking for. But we'll get a taste of the bigger dungeons here. And let's see if we can't find this guy. Now, I'm going to stop taking items of like a normal quality, because there's really no point to taking them. I think I'm pretty rich in this game, so I don't think we need to take leather that's worth a couple hundred gold here or there. Where are we now? Let's see, I think, are we back? No, we're not back somewhere we've been, but we might connect maybe. Break this door down. Go, that opens. Get some loot here. We have an enchanted torque. We'll take that. We can identify that later on. 2 enchanted items in this dungeon. That's pretty good. Pretty cool. I would like to try and succeed this quest because, you know, we want to get on the right foot with this guild. We don't want to be completely lost. Oh, also, I think you can see these block systems here. This actually tells you, I believe, how big the dungeon is. So the more blocks there are, the more complicated the dungeon is. And the smaller dungeons will set it, so I think there's something like, I want to say 4, 5, 6, 7, I want to say there's 8 blocks, only if you have the smaller dungeon mod on. Or not mod, but setting on. But I am not entirely sure, and this is something we will figure out in the future. I'm going to save the game right here, 984. Save it. And check around here, some more loot. Always take money, why not? And what, this door's like stuck behind this cage. That's, you know, a little bit inconvenient, isn't it? Let's see, up here and to the left we haven't gone all the way down. Oh my gosh. Back down at ground level. Going way down now. Walks an insult to my abilities. I don't actually know how to turn on lockpicking, but I just ran through all doors with my sword. Are we somewhere new? Oh, we've actually connected back to somewhere we already were, so I'm going to retrace my steps here. Because we don't want to be going around places we've already been. We've been around this side. No, this is new. Okay, we'll go around here. This might connect... hopefully connect to somewhere... to the sort of upper level of this dungeon we were already in just a second ago. Nothing here. And back around and back up. Also, for those of you still watching, I wonder how many people who watched, you know, this original series will still be around or interested. But if there's anyone, you know, who's watching me years ago and is clicking on this video for the first time, I hope this finds you well, and I hope you'll stick around for a few episodes of this as we reminisce. And, okay, let's see. If we go up, straight ahead, I do not like what I'm seeing here. This looks very sort of difficult to navigate. I feel like this is all going in a circle, connecting back to things we've already been to and that sort of thing. This is a situation you get in where you don't know where to go. Except for there, but I can't go there. Because we're stuck in this wall, and there's no sort of move through walls ability we have. So I'm trying to see if there's a easy path to just get on that will bring us somewhere we haven't been. Like, is there a place that we haven't really been down, a hallway in this sector of the dungeon that we haven't been on? If not, we might need to retrace our steps a little bit and go back to this area before that we were in. I think, oh yeah, so if we can go back here, I don't know if you all can see my mouse, but right here, we haven't been down that hallway. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's see if we can't get back there. So if we zoom out here, we walk out this door, go around here, then yeah, so we all have to do is go out to the left here and then go down. So out here to the left, and then I think we go down here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, we go... Is that right? Yeah, we go down to the left. I think that should work. I think this should bring us back to where we were and to a new area to look at. So now we're down here. Oh, this is actually not where I wanted to go at all, so I misestimated that. We actually want to be on this track here. You all can see how complicated going through dungeons is, so we want to be up here. So I'm going to actually retrace my steps there. This was the wrong direction. Okay, so what do we do wrong here? We took a hard... Okay, I see. So we're actually on the wrong path. We don't want to be on this path. We want to be one path over to the left. So we go up here and sort of make our way around this perimeter of this dungeon. And then we go down here. And okay. So now, if we go out into the left, we will be going somewhere new and hopefully find the quest target, maybe? Fingers crossed. Not extremely hopeful, but we can still hopefully find them, maybe. Looks like we have been in this area before, but there's some doors up there that we haven't really explored, so let's see if we can't climb up the edge here and go to those doors. Oh yeah, I think this is sort of a trap area. So behind these doors there's going to be a bunch of enemies, I think, usually. If I recall this structure correctly. Or just nothing. Or just nothing at all. That also works, why not? Okay. So nothing much of interest there. And in here, I don't see anything super interesting. So we're once again in a situation where we don't know where to go. However, there are definitely unexplored areas. Now, at this point, I wonder if it's worth it to just go back to the entrance and then go from there somewhere new. The entrance is all the way back to this red spot, but it might actually be faster to go here and then start looking around again from here, rather than continue to go our way around here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to recall. We'll teleport to the entrance. And let's see which way we can go here that will be unexplored. So, we take a path to the left, we'll loop around. We will loop around just back to where we are. So, I think we want to go up these stairs. Go into this door. And then, how do we get over to this area, this part of the dungeon? It looks like it's up here. Are there new areas to explore, though? Yeah, there's this area right here, this winding pathway down. We haven't gone down there at all, so that's maybe where we want to try and get to. So to get there, we want to get here, this little junction right here. So we want to go up this big set of stairs. Wait, where is it? We want to get to this room with this big set of stairs. To do that, we want to go up the stairs that are behind us, actually. And then we're almost to that big room. Just gotta go through this door and then out here. Yep. Okay. It looks like we haven't actually finished wiping the NPCs from this area, so we'll take care of that now. This light source. Oops. I did not mean to use that spell. I wanted to use a light source here. That was a big camera shake. Okay, some of that. And we'll save the game just in case. 985. Okay, so we'll run up these stairs, and then from here, let's see. Even to the left, we haven't even really gone in this hallway, so maybe we'll just check that out. Check out what's down here. Who knows what's down this hallway? It could be the objective. Bunch of boxes, okay. Little candle. Anything in this labyrinth of boxes? I don't see anything. So nothing much on this side, actually. And then, did we go up here? Let's see. Looks like we did go up here, and there's not much of anything of interest. So I do want to get to an area we haven't been. I see a set of stairs going up. We go up here, and then to the right, I see a set of stairs that we didn't seem to go up at all, if I'm not mistaken. Let's try that. Again, apologies that a lot of this is just searching around. As I said, if this sort of big dungeon crawling gets old, let me know. Actually, for people who are watching this, whether you are new or whether you are from the original playthrough, let me know. Would you like to see smaller dungeons where we spend, a little bit less time looking for these objectives, or would you prefer for me to suffer through these very long dungeons? I really don't mind either way. It's just about, if we have smaller dungeons, I'll probably have more content spending time in the world of Daggerfall, whereas if we do these bigger dungeons, most of our time is going to be spent doing this dungeon crawling. Okay, we get some loot here. But we still haven't found our objective. Where is he? Where is this guy? He's completely hidden. So I think earlier I saw a set of, there's this big drop here, this big incline. So I was thinking maybe we go there and try to do that. We're actually right near the entrance to do that. So if we turn here and then go down this hallway, this area is apparently the way we need to go to get to that incline. Looks like we just go straight ahead to the right and then down. Straight ahead to the right, and then I think we should be able to go down here. Yep. So this is pretty new. Good time to save the game here. So let's just drop straight down and see if we can't find anything. Okay, well, we are definitely in a new wing of the dungeon, so I will take that as a positive. Always good when you're looking for new things. At least I hope we're in a new wing. If we go somewhere... Oh, wait, maybe we're not. Yeah, okay, we've actually been here before. You can tell because this branch is off to somewhere that we have mapped. So, unless I just got myself confused. So there are definitely new sort of areas to go. So, that's helpful at least. This lock looks like it's going to be a pain. Maybe I rest until healed here. And then I use the open spell. So let's see, if we use the open spell here. Perfect. Got that lock open. Of course, there's nothing really in here. Note, some money. But we haven't been down this hallway at all. And by the way, let me know what you all think about the lighting in this dungeon. Oh, this is him. Look at him. I think this has got to be him. He looks terrified. I would be. There's bad sounds going on. He has some loot next to him. We'll take that money. Mithril Claymore, that's actually pretty good, so we'll take that just to sell. And let's save the game and talk to him. Alright, I'm here to save you, buddy. Agror Greenston looks thoroughly ashamed. I told him it wouldn't be necessary. How long have I been down here? You beckon for him to follow, and he stands behind you without further argument. Pretty funny quest. And we've got that terrifying looking, that face next to us to indicate that he's here. So now, hopefully we can use our recall spell to teleport. Oh no. An anchor must be set before you teleport, so this sucks. I think what happened was, every time you teleport back to the entrance, you have to reset your anchor. Again, my sort of amateur recall of how this game works coming in there. But so what that means is, we need to remember when we go to dungeons, if we ever teleport to the entrance, we need to reset the anchor before we start going again. So, since we didn't do that, we're going to have to find our way back. And to do that, we need to go up the incline that we went down to get to this area. So, let's see. Where is that incline? We need to connect here to get to the main area. God, where even is the incline? Oh, we just went down. As far as I can see, there's only one way to connect back to the main area, and it's this area right here. So, we need to get there. To get there, if we get up on this incline right there, we should be good. So if we leave this room, we go out to the right, we take another right, and then just go straight ahead, we should get there. So, out this room, is this the right way? Yep, a right and then another right, I think. Yeah, we're gonna make the big loop around. Okay. Bear with me as we escort this man out of the dungeon that he was in. He looks, doesn't even look scared. He looks just more upset that we had to come save him. And now we can make our way out, I think. I think I've got the general gist. It's amazing how you sort of... I definitely have, like, the intuition. I think you all can probably tell for navigating these places. I will take me some time to get organized, but just because I've done this, you know, I did this so often years ago when I was recording these videos, I have a bit of an intuition about exploring dungeons. So now the way out is down there. So how do we get down there? I think if I recall, we just need to jump down here and then go down these stairs, and then it should be around here somewhere. I think we got in this room. How did we get in this room? Is it through this door? Let's see. No, definitely not. We're almost back. We're almost at the entrance. Okay, I see. So, if we go... Hello. So, if we go out here, then I think the entrance is around here. Not mistaken? Yep, just go down here. And we have saved Agror Greenston. You wish to access your wagon. Oh yeah, so this is another feature of the game. You can keep a bunch of things in your wagon, and oh, okay, right. So I was talking about where my Daedric artifacts went. So these cool Daedric artifacts you can get. I'll talk about them in another episode, but they have special abilities that are super interesting. And the skeleton thingy, I think it opens any lock. This would be useful actually to keep around on us for future dungeon crawling. But this is where I'm keeping a bunch of my extra things. But I do actually want to just leave entirely. Save the game now that we're outside. And let's return to the Archaeology Guild here with our good news. Perfect. And I think we'll wrap things up after I return Agor Greenston here because, you know, episode's been going on for a little bit of time now, and since this is the first recording I've done in forever, you know, in case there are any glaring issues with audio or something, I don't want to record a super long episode with something wrong, something horribly wrong. But I'd be interested to hear from people in the comments, if you all are still around, you know, if there are any mods I have not accessed for a while that you want to see showcased. I'm going to look at some of the new features, you know, in between episodes and see what new things are to do in the meantime. But you all let me know what you want to see. I've also thought about recording other videos, you know, related to other games like Baldur's Gate 3, or maybe some, you know, modded Oblivion, Morrowind, or Skyrim episodes, something like that. Yeah, I'm hoping to actually start doing some content. So people are interested in other things, let me know. I actually hesitated or didn't even record some videos I wanted to record because I felt so guilty about not releasing anything, but I was like, okay, I have to finish the 100th episode of this Let's Play before I record anything else. So I'm super glad that I did this and that I'm back. I'm back to see you all. So let's return this quest. Dear Agor Greenston, what a relief it is to see you. We have a great deal of training to give you before you'll be doing any more spelunking on your own. After all, not everyone can handle themselves like Titian, now can they? Once again, thank you, Field Assistant. We don't have a material reward available, but what say I make mention of this on your guild record? I'm certain it will help you reach promotion a little quicker, if nothing else. I hope that compensates the trouble. So if we check our affiliations, yep, we now have Reputation 7 with the Archaeologist Guild, so we're going to make our way up in that guild, so that'll be a fun thing to do. So I think I'll wrap things up here. Thank you all for waiting patiently for so long, and for tuning in. So I really appreciate you coming back and sort of engaging in this little nostalgia trip to the past. I think I'm going to actually start uploading episodes of this again, and I'm glad that I just didn't abandon it entirely and that we're back playing this game. Daedra summoning for the Archaeologist Guild, interesting. So we will end things here, and I will see you all next time. Please like the video and comment. Let me know that you're around. Let me know what you want to see. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next episode.